Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Hey, I'm Anthony Cesare with SuccessForYourSongs.com, and in this video we're going to be talking about 6 ways that Ed Sheeran crafted the chorus for his song Photograph. For the most part, it's kind of a typical song structure, but he makes some changes in the chorus that make it feel different than a typical song structure, so we're going to get into that. So the first thing that he does in this song is the chorus keeps lengthening throughout the entire song. So you can see that visually here. I have the chorus in yellow, so here, here, and here, and even here as well. And you can see that the first chorus is just a single chorus, and then the second one is a double chorus. The bridge takes on some chorus elements, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. And then the final chorus, we'll call this one the final chorus. That one's also a double chorus, like the second chorus. And then there's also this extra chorus that's added on, a kind of single chorus, which also acts as an outro. So if you include that with that final chorus, you can see that this chorus is just lengthening throughout the song, which is interesting. It's like you can see the other colors that are making up the other sections of the song are shrinking as the song goes along, and the chorus is growing as the song goes along. And he does it in a way where it doesn't get boring. It's not like you're just hearing the same thing over and over. But we'll talk about that a little bit more as we move on. But I did just want you to see structure-wise how the chorus kind of expands towards the end of the song, and there's less of it in the beginning of the song, which is interesting. So that's one thing. Okay, the second thing that he does in the chorus that kind of makes it stand out pretty effectively is that he sings the chorus with a falsetto. So here's how he sings some of the other sections.
Loving can hurt. Loving can hurt sometimes.
So that's the verse. Here's the pre-chorus.
We keep this love in a photograph.
And then we get to the chorus and you hear this.
So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans.
So we've got a totally different vocal texture there, which makes it more, different than the other sections, and interesting. Keeps it interesting as you go into that chorus. So that's number 2. Number 3 is he has different words in each chorus, kind of. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about there. Okay, so shrink this guy. So in chorus, usually a pretty standard thing when it comes to a chorus is having the same words in every chorus. It's what's most commonly done with choruses. So in this song, so I mentioned that first chorus was a single chorus. So the lyrics there start on, so you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans. So that's where we are with chorus 1. I have that in blue. In chorus 2, now this one's a double chorus. He starts that chorus with the same line, or the same, it's that whole same first chorus. It's that, so you can keep me inside your pocket of your ripped jeans chorus, and then he extends it. So at this point, he's just extending that chorus. And the second part of it, it's not just a repeat of the first part. It's on this line, and if you hurt me, that's okay, baby, only words bleed. So you can hear how these start the same.
So you can keep me.
And then this one.
So you can keep me.
And then it just extends on those other words here.
And if you hurt me.
Okay, so that's the first 2 choruses. When we get to chorus 3, now we have, it's also a double chorus, but it starts on words that we haven't heard before. So listen to that.
Oh, you can fit me inside the necklace you got when you were 16.
So there we have, oh, you can fit me inside the necklace you got when you were 16, not 6. Let's stretch that. So there, that's something that we haven't heard yet in that chorus. But that's a double chorus, and the second part of that chorus is the same as the second part of the second chorus. So it's like they're kind of linked up as we go along. So you have the first chorus, which has this group of words in blue, and it's just a single chorus. Second chorus has those same words in blue. So far, everything normal. But then that's a double chorus, and you get some new words. Okay, so extend that chorus. Now you go into chorus 3, you get new words in the first half of that chorus, and in the second half of that chorus, you get the same words that were in the second half of chorus number 2. And then also we have this outro part, this chorus number 4, and those are totally different lyrics that we haven't heard yet either. So there's kind of like an evolution of the chorus as we go throughout the song. And it's also interesting because the title of the song is Photograph, and that doesn't appear in the chorus anywhere. That's only in the pre-chorus. And it's also in a spot, it's not really even in a highlighted spot where you would think to yourself, like, that's where the chorus or the title of the song belongs. It just happens kind of in the beginning of the pre-chorus here in passing. Take a listen to that.
We keep this love in a photograph.
So there was Photograph, and that was the title. But since that's sort of encompassing what this song is about, that's why he made this song the title, or the title of this song. But that's not a common move, so that's also worth mentioning here, because usually the title would be somewhere in the chorus, in the same spot in the chorus every time. But he's doing something very different with that title, and then with, moving from the lyrics from chorus to chorus as we saw. So you could see how you could start to play around with these kinds of things. And it is worth mentioning that it's usually a good idea to have your chorus stand out in your, have your title stand out in your chorus so that people know what the song is called. This is something different that he's doing here, but I think generally when you're writing a song, you should most of the time be aiming to have the title be something obvious, unless you have a strong reason for doing it otherwise. I won't question Ed Sheeran's motives, but I'm just referring to when you're writing your own music. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so the next number 4 that we have here this is really interesting. So this is where the song structure, what I'm talking about with the chorus, kind of ties into what he's doing with song structure. And that's this section that I'm saying is the bridge here. This bridge it's really a mashup of a couple of different parts, and it's interesting. So it's kind of like the chorus because it basically has a tag, which is the end line of the chorus, which repeats. So he has this last line of the chorus repeating, but the chords change. So the chords underneath the bridge are not the same as they are in the chorus. Instead, they're actually what they are in the pre-chorus. And it gets even weirder than that, because the chords that are being used in the pre-chorus, the progression is a minor 6, 4, 1, 5 progression. And in that pre-chorus, each one of those chords gets played for one measure. But then when he plays those same chords in the bridge, each one of those chords is played for 2 measures. So the chords are the same, but they're played for a different amount of time. And the melody is what happens at the end of the chorus, and that becomes kind of its own repeating melody for the bridge. So let's take a listen to this. First of all, here's what happens in the pre-chorus with those original chords.
Keep this love in a photograph.
So those chords are changing. Those chords are changing every 4 beats.
Keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves.
Okay, so now we'll listen to coming out of the chorus with that tagline and how that kind of turns into a bridge with different chords.
You just hold me, and I won't ever let you go. Wait for me to come home. Wait for me to come home. Wait for me to come home. Wait for me to come home.
So you really do get this new section, but it's familiar because it has those chords from the pre-chorus. They're different because they're played longer, but then it has that tag that now he's repeating from the chorus, that end line in the chorus that's spilling out into this new section. So it's not so much a typical bridge. It's totally different what he's doing here. So it's an interesting approach to creating a bridge, and also breaking up, instead of just having this chorus repeat, a million times at the end, that section does break up what's happening between those final choruses. So it kind of keeps that interesting. And by using different chords there, you don't feel like it's overly repetitious. And also just by repeating that one line, it's not the same as all the other chorus lines. It's just kind of its own line that becomes a repeating thing. So it has a totally different feel in that bridge, but it's also familiar because of what he's referencing there. So that's interesting. And then number 5 is, I want to talk about this last chorus that he uses as an outro. So a couple of cool things that he did here is, first of all, this final chorus becomes totally stripped down. We also saw that it has different lyrics than anything we've heard before, so that it helps it give it that outro feel. It's just not familiar. And then it also is not sung in a falsetto anymore. So I think that and the arrangement are the biggest things that totally bring the energy of it down and just make it feel like the song is on the way out. So let's play the song, or we'll play the final bits of the fully arranged chorus going into the outro, and you can hear how different it is, and pay attention, especially, the arrangement part will be obvious, and listen to how he drops out of the falsetto into that last part.
I won't ever let you go. When I'm away, I will remember how you kissed me under the lamppost back on.
So pretty cool stuff, right? He's found a way to use so much chorus in the second half of the song, but not make it sound overly repetitious. And if you go and listen to this song and you kind of start it in the middle, I think you'll find that it doesn't just sound like you're being completely beaten over the head with chorus the whole time, because he's making these moves that make it feel different, especially with this bridge part. And then that final outro, it just sounds totally different from what we've heard before, and also the lyrics being different as well. And then number 6 is, I just want to talk about how he uses arrangement throughout the choruses. So we saw that the choruses were building in length as the song moves along. And arrangement-wise, I'm going to play just an instrumental version so that you can kind of hear what's happening arrangement-wise. So take a listen to the first chorus and hear the arrangement and the instrumentation that's happening there. Now hear how much is added in the second chorus. And now we get a little bit of an energy bump in that third chorus. It's not as noticeable as the first or the second. It's very minimal. Just sounds like maybe a couple things were brought up in level. I'll play the second and then I'll play the second again and then play the third, so you can hear back to back. But it's pretty subtle this time. So those are very similar, slight energy change there, but then of course we get a big difference when we go back to the outro. So there, of course, you get that big drop off at the end. So a lot of stuff here comes from what's common approaches in song structure and chorus writing, but then he does all these things that kind of change that and turn them on their heads. So I think there's some stuff that you can experiment with here in your own music. So thank you for checking this out. Okay, so hopefully that information helps you out. If you're looking for a lot more ways to improve your songwriting, I've got a couple of cheat sheets for you that you can download by tapping on the screen here. And if you have not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel to stay updated on our latest songwriting videos, you can tap our logo on the screen for that. And I'll also have links for that stuff below this video. So thank you for checking this out, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.